What are the things, if you know anything about how organizations function in a healthy way, or anything about me personally, one of the questions you might be asking is, okay, what about the chemistry with Nic? Like, are Nic and Lloyd going to be able to work together well? How about that? And that's a really good question. In fact, when we were going through the interviewing process, of the sort of 13 people that we isolated to talk to more deeply, one of the things that I was always interested in is to probe for certain things. Are these people candid people? Do they speak their mind kindly but directly? Is this the kind of person that receives criticism well? Is this the kind of person who thinks clearly? Is this the kind of person who's insecure? I asked a bunch of questions. In fact, intentionally, in a couple places, intentionally riled somebody to just see how they'd react, how they'd respond. And there were 4 or 5 of those 13 candidates that we moved away from, or they chose to move away because they couldn't really, or didn't want to handle the dynamic. And so I'm looking for somebody who can be part of a dynamic of kindness, but also candor, clarity, directness, but not in a mean kind of way, but in a way where you can talk about something and your emotional involvement doesn't cloud how you're discussing an issue. And so I really need somebody who is secure, they know who they are, they're not threatened by feedback, they like it, they want to give me feedback, they're not intimidated that I'm their boss, all those kinds of things. And not everybody's like that. And I needed somebody like that. And that's one of the things about Lloyd I really like, is I believe he has these characteristics of godliness specific for the pastoral task of that not only can he take feedback from me, but he's going to get criticized by people. And we need to make sure know that we're getting somebody who can stand up in that and not just survive, but actually grow spiritually and thrive and even enjoy it. And so we felt like that was true about Lloyd, and that's one of the reasons why I think he's a good candidate and we'll work well together. But you may have a perspective on this too.
Yeah. I think there's 2 things I really appreciate a lot about Nic as a leader. One is he is a courageous leader. If there's something that needs to be done and there's an obstacle in the way, he'll figure out a way to get through it. And I like working for people like that. The second thing is that Nic is a visionary leader. And that's just, that excites me personally. And so his excitement, the fact that he is a strong leader, doesn't really intimidate me at all. I think I share some of those attributes.